Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today, I'm going to be reacting to a video requested by Blue Engineer. It's called Ross's Game Dungeon Maabus. Yes, Maabus, made on the Accursed YouTube channel. If you want to check out my previous reactions to the other Ross's Game Dungeon videos, remember the playlist card is going to be at the top. Just click on it and be able to access them. If you want to check out the original video as well as Accursed YouTube channel, the links are in the description below. Okay, let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, welcome back to the Game Dungeon. Today we're looking at Maabus. Maabus? I'm not even sure how to say this.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either. I just said Maabus, but I could be wrong. I'm actually very wrong, but yeah.
Maabus.
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 Maabus it is. This is a first-person sort of adventure game. Now before we get too far into this, let's take a look at the box cover here. Whoa, something's happening. We have a blue minotaur thing in your face, a blade that looks sort of like the one from Krawler, spiky vines that form a hand, blood dripping off the title blade.
A 3 CD-ROM game. Wow, okay. Must be a very big game.
And it might be hard to see here, it also says the ultimate PC video game. That's a good bit of trivia. If you had asked me yesterday what the ultimate PC video game is, I wouldn't have an easy answer for you. I would have guessed Ultima. Now we know. And finally, a 3 CD game. Now this came out in '95, so a game that had 3 discs was still impressive by itself. The assumption was any game that big must really have something going for it. It was.
Yeah, I would also think that, that there must be something amazing about this game in particular, if it has more than one disc that you need to play the game.
Isn't cheap to put that in the stores. And if that's not enough, I think we have another game on our hands where the ending has never been documented. So let's see what's in store. Well, we start off and we have a slow approach to an island while we get the opening credits and some music. Let's jump right into the music since we have some time here. Now, I'm a fan of scores from the 80s and 90s with good synthetic elements. And if I were to hear this theme in a movie, my first thought would be this sounds like it's a sci-fi B movie. Not necessarily.
It sounds more like a sci-fi TV show, Yeah, like late 90s or maybe early 90s sci-fi TV show kind of music. Yeah.
Necessarily terrible, but not that great either. This is an easy example, but if you hear the Terminator theme, even if you know nothing else about the movie, you can tell this has some soul to it. Or hey, Short Circuit.
I like this one.
Great robot music. We have something special going on with this thing. It never hurts to open your game with good music, but that's not quite what we're doing here. Anyway, to speed this along, we make it to the island and a robot is parachuted in. And here's the menu.
Okay, setup screen. What is it called? Krawler 1000? Huh. So this is the drone or robot. Okay. Missiles. Looks like a cannon. And it has this visor. This like red optical lens kind of thing. Kind of reminds me of Battlestar Galactica. The Centurions. The Cylon Centurions. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Cylon Centurions. It even looks kind of chrome in its texture or in its color. It looks like a chrome robot. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. The Centurions in particular. And also that car, that black car. The show was called Ghost Rider. Yeah. I just forgot the name of the car, but it also reminds me of it because of the red, the red optical lens visor kind of thing. Yeah, it's cool.
This one is a little unconventional as we have a robot preview.
Wait, game duration. 60 minute, 90 minute, 120 minutes. Why does it have a game duration? Huh.
I guess this is a big enough deal to stick it right in the main menu. Why not? And below that, we have a bad sign already. Game duration, we have 1 to 2 hours. I really don't like this. If a game wants me to hurry, it should get a monster to chase me or something, not give me a hard time limit. See, some people will argue that this was a necessary experimentation phase in games of what worked and what didn't. Well, no, I'm saying that ship already sailed. Again, this is a first-person adventure game, sort of like Myst. Hey, wouldn't Myst be more fun if we added a countdown timer to the game so the player had to hurry up? I'm saying Myst because that was a pretty famous game by 1995. Sold 6 million copies. So if you were going to make changes to that formula, it served as a good point of comparison to see whether it's more or less fun. Timers. Alright, I'm going with the maximum time limit, I guess. Let's start the game.
Good day. I'm Admiral Terrence Jefferson, in command of Special Operations Pacific.
You can call me TJ.
A grave situation has come up, and you've been chosen for this mission because you are the top person in your field.
This guy goes on
A drone operator? You're the top drone operator. Okay.
for over 2 minutes talking in this very calm and sedative voice. I feel like he would have made a better psychologist than an admiral, but whatever. In a long-winded way, he tells you there's a radioactive disturbance on a secret island with mutants on it. And you have to go in and contain it, otherwise it could spread to the American West Coast and Australia, maybe the world.
How would it spread exactly? Is it going to catch a plane? Is it going to get on a boat? How would it spread? Anyways, maybe I'm taking it too serious. Sorry.
It won't actually be you going in though. Instead, you'll be piloting a drone. That's what we saw in the intro video. And that's it. Let's go. Whoa!
Okay, so then the toxic creatures on this island, are they called Maabus? Or that image that we saw on the cover photo of the game, is that the Maabus? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out. Okay. Alright. This is interesting. Missiles, laser, toxin. Okay, charge. Oh, you have to charge the laser, you have to charge the toxin. Okay. Missiles, 4. Alright. Sensors, radiation, life form, magnetic field. I'm not sure what the last one says. It says field, but I'm not sure what else it says there. Wait, let me just zoom in a bit. Specimen storage, manual, self-destruct. Self-destruct? You mean you can kill yourself in this game? Interesting. Last analysis. Time left. Okay, kilometers. And then it shows the map of the island. System status. Analyzer. Position. Okay. And main computer.
Oh, look at this HUD. Jesus, what is this? What's that green bar for? Is uplink important? What's POH? I'm getting overwhelmed. Abort! Abort! Self-destruct!
Don't give up now. We're depending on you.
Okay, I'll cancel. That's actually a nice touch that they give you a chance to reconsider if you really want to kill yourself.
Yeah, that is interesting. Wow. I don't think I've ever played a game that would, give you a message like that, saying don't give up. You can still try harder, you can still do better. I don't think I've ever played a game that would give me that kind of confidence boost. If you're about to give up, you're about to quit the game, but then you get a pop-up message saying don't give up. No, I don't think I've ever experienced anything like that. That's cool. That is actually cool.
So I can turn around and go nowhere. If I turn around again, I can go forward. So I move forward a couple screens and, uh-oh, what's that? Laser! Laser! Ah! I was clicking on it, nothing happened! Oh, damn. I guess this doesn't bode well for the mission. Ooh.
The robot has been destroyed. The island has been destroyed. Soon, the world as we know it will be destroyed.
Oops.
Excuse me, I'm leaving to be with my family.
Wow, they're not downplaying the significance of my screw-up, are they?
Yeah, like definitely. the Admiral's like, you know what, we failed. I'm heading back to my family. It's over. Like, wow. And how can such a small incident on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean affect the entire planet? And you're just seeing explosions on planet Earth like this. Like, what's going on here, guys? What's the story? You know, is this a man-made disaster or is it extraterrestrial? What is it?
Now this can't be the first game to do this, but I have to say this is one of the shortest transitions I've ever seen in a game, going from making one mistake to the world ending. Oh, you didn't shoot the first monster 1 minute into the game? That's it. The whole world is dead. Good job.
But guys, why are the credits playing right now? This game is weird. It's playing credits if you failed the mission. Wow.
Good job, asshole. You've killed us all. I hope you're happy with yourself. Oh, and notice how the timer continues to count down during the credits. So that's Maabus. The game's over. I guess we're done. I'll go ahead and quit. So really, a slot machine. Okay, that's weird. If 3 evil blue aliens appear, you'll be eligible to win Microform's complete CD-ROM collection. Okay, let's spin it.
Complete CD-ROM collection of what? Exactly. Of more Maabus games or something else? Huh.
Money, here we go. Oh. Well, that's interesting. This game motivates me to want to quit the game more. So let's do it. Aw. No good. Try again. Better luck next time. I can't say I've seen this in a game before.
Me neither.
Perhaps. Oh, I did it! I won! I won! Oh my god, what now? I could be the first of 100 people to return the consolation form. And I get such classics as Music Game, Trivia CD, and 24 Hours Something Assistant. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling less like a winner now.
Was this game made in Canada? I can see the address here. It says Woodbrook Avenue, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Was this game made in Canada?
Plus, something tells me this contest may be over. That is one downside to playing games over 20 years after the fact. But who knows? The company is still around. Best I can tell, they started off as a media production and printing company, got into games later, but then stayed with media production. That would be sort of like if Nintendo went back to making playing cards. See, look, if you go to their site, you can buy a USB drive shaped like a hockey stick. Now's a good time to mention this is a Canadian game. Okay, so maybe there's more to this game than just watching the Earth blow up after 2 screens. If I can figure out how to kill that monster, I think I might have a chance. Let's consult the manual. Oh, I'm sorry, there is no manual. Now, once upon a time, I did have a copy of this, and I'm pretty sure it did have a manual that came with it.
I'm sure you can find one online, right?
But I didn't commit it to memory, and it's since fallen prey to the ravages of time. But surely somebody posted it online, right? No, nobody did. It's not up anywhere. But this is not a Commodore 64 game, so that means I still have a chance to try and figure out how this works. I'll be using the time-honored method of just hitting buttons and hoping something happens. Well, after multiple deaths to animal mutilation, I figure out that it's not about aiming so much as clicking on the screen at the right moment. Kind of like Dragon's Lair. This is probably so the game had time to load the right animation video off the CD. Now let's try it out. Fuck yeah, now we're cooking with lasers.
Oh my gosh, did you guys see that? I think you fired the laser, right? And then the laser just chopped off that creature's head. Oh wow, that was actually kind of funny. Because you can still see the body moving ahead while the head is just, you know, flopping on the other side of the screen. So yeah, that was kind of funny.
Actually, best I can tell, all your weapons do the exact same thing on all enemies, which is kill them. The toxin gives off a cloud and the missile reduces them to polygons. But let's be real, the lasers are the best. They saw their heads right off. What's not to like?
I mean, that is so funny. That is so funny. This is... Oh, gosh.
Your laser charge is almost empty. Use it wisely.
Oh, quit being such a downer, Admiral. Can't a man enjoy his work? Anyway, being able to defend myself opens up a lot of the game. There's a lot of things to see on the island. The swamp, some sort of ancient temple, an airfield, a rickety bridge, some ruins. Along the way, you have multiple enemies looking to kill you.
What is that? Hey, these mutant creatures are weird.
Occasional cryptic puzzles, and dozens of ways to die. Seriously, if you go 3 or 4 screens in the game, you're risking death. It almost reminds me of a board game with a spinner on it, where one of the options is die. Another thing that may happen is you have to swap CDs once you go past a certain zone. I like how the Admiral breaks the fourth wall here and tells me to put the disc in.
Insert data disk number 2.
Now here is a benefit of playing this game 20 years later. Not only am I running this game off of disk images so everything loads immediately, but I splice them all together into one big image, so I don't even have to swap. Ha! After a while of walking around and looking at things that look like they could be puzzles but aren't, I'm mostly just dying in this game. The Admiral likes to pop in to advise me not to die.
Do not follow that path. I repeat, do not follow that path.
Although sometimes...
But how do you know? You're not there, Admiral. You're not on the island, so how would you know he should not follow that path?
Sometimes he warns me against things that won't kill me.
We are not sure that the bridge will hold the weight of the robot. We advise you turn back. Our satellite has detected a life form around your position. Be ready to fire.
Where? The rock? Isn't that a rock? Or is it like a polar bear or something?
It feels like everything is random. Why give me advice at all if there's a random chance of it being good or bad? Now again, 90s adventure games almost never play fair. So after getting lost in the jungle long enough, I decided to break down and look for a walkthrough. Well, I find one. From 2008. Looks like I'm not the only one who's playing games this late. We didn't get a manual, but we do get a walkthrough. And a map too. I'm glad because the navigation on this was a bit of a mess, where you might go north then end up facing west. You know, even though I didn't use it much, Rama had a built-in compass for navigation. I could have really used that in this game where I'm in the thick of a twisting jungle rather than empty alien corridors. Anyway, this helps tremendously. I like to partially judge adventure games by how badly I need their walkthroughs, since I almost always end up needing one. Because some adventure games, I would never, ever figure out what to do.
And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. You don't need to stress yourself over, you know, playing a difficult, hard to understand kind of game. If there is a walkthrough or a playthrough of the game, you know, watch it or read the information about it and then apply it in your gaming experience. And it's fine. It's fine.
I would die an old man before I solve some games on my own. Well, after looking at this walkthrough, I'd say that Maabus appears to be beatable, but it would take a long time and be really not worth it figuring it out on your own.
And considering that you have a time limit, you know, it just adds more stress on you, you know, to complete this game. And you make mistakes or you miss something that's important, you don't complete this particular part of the game for it to continue to the next part of the game, you know. So there's a lot of things that could contribute to the game being a very difficult game to finish. So if there is a walkthrough or a playthrough available, use it. You know, don't stress yourself.
No regrets. Well, it looks like part of the reason I was having trouble was because there was a secret entrance with critical information. Also, these alien keys that I need are randomly distributed around the game.
Okay, hold up. This island is occupied by mutant creatures, right? And there's a nuclear disaster that's occurring on the island. And now we're being told that there are alien artifacts or keys or pieces that you need to collect on the same island. Okay, so then what is the story behind all of this? Where are we going with the storyline? Because I'm confused, really. Is this a man-made disaster, or is it an alien alien disaster, or, you know, what is it exactly?
Sometimes in dangerous areas. More on that later. I will say the level of detail in this walkthrough is impressive. For example, the author figured out that a yellow alien that you have to come in contact with in order to progress will spawn at a certain point, but sometimes it won't happen in the same game, and you have to leave and come back later.
Okay. Yellow alien.
And sure enough, I had to come back to this spot in the swamp 3 times before it triggered. That is not great design for an encounter you have to find. Anyway, the alien gives me a thing, and the Admiral comments on how it's a translator.
A lot of people think that the alien apparatus is a translator of sorts.
I like how they know what all these things are, except when they don't.
We don't know what this item is or what it's made of. We do know that it seems to be an electronic device of some sort. It could be a weapon, a key of sorts, or even a computer.
Other highlights of this walkthrough are how blue aliens will rob you, but only if you face rooms at a certain angle. So remember, you can't get robbed by blue aliens if you don't see them. Now I should mention, this is...
Okay, yellow aliens give you presents or give you items, while the blue ones steal from you. Okay, now, what about the alien on the cover? Is that like the final boss of the game? You know, the alien that had like a purple skin and golden eyebrow, horns. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to explain it, but yeah, we all saw that creature on the cover of the box. So I'm just wondering, is that like the final boss, or is it another alien that we're going to meet in the jungle here somewhere?
It's a pretty straightforward walkthrough. It's not full of commentary or sarcasm, but the author goes out of his way to mention this part. Note, if this is the first key you pick up, Admiral Jefferson will get as far as saying, "We don't know," then you sink. You can finish his sentence with, "When to shut up."
We don't know what...
Thanks, Admiral. Due to your poor timing, everyone dies. While spending time with your family, be sure to mention how it was you that killed them. 2,000 hours of testing didn't indicate a problem here? As much detail as this guy put into the walkthrough, if he is going out of his way to criticize something so starkly, it must be pretty bad. Okay, the missiles are good too.
Oh my gosh, that missile, it just pulverized that creature's face off like nothing. Oh, cool.
So with the help of the walkthrough, I navigate the Egyptian temple, which is kind of weird since this game takes place in the middle of the Pacific.
Egyptian temple on an island in the Pacific Ocean. So we're dealing with mutants, we're dealing with aliens, and we're dealing with architecture that is stylized as Egyptian. Okay.
Some of the sculptures move, but only when I move. I like how we have a mystical portal that could lead anywhere, but instead of taking me to another dimension, it just takes me back 3 screens. Okay. We then exit the temple, and I swear the Egyptians used the same sound effect for their doors as Doom does. On the rest of the island, we get more monsters to kill. Yeah, a volcano.
The volcano is about to erupt. I strongly advise you do not continue on the path.
Yeah, thanks, Admiral. That never would have occurred to me.
That's impressive, senses that you guys have. If you can predict that the volcano is going to erupt at this certain time, that's impressive. Yeah. Because normally you can't really tell when a volcano is going to erupt. Yes, you can see the telltale signs, if there is a small little earthquake, or you see a lot of gas coming out, or you see the lava magma rising, then okay, probably you can tell that okay, within these next 2 to 3, maybe 4 or 5 days, it's going to erupt. But the Admiral here is talking as if he knows right now it's going to erupt right now. Interesting.
And then on to disc 3. Bum. Oh, what's this? We cannot save on disc 3. This is another one of those odd decisions. I guess that raises the suspense a bit, and it's not such a big problem since I can save 2/3 of the way through the game, or even come back to the disc 2 part of the game and save again. But
I think it is a problem. I think it is a problem because, you've been saving the game in disc 1 and disc 2, and, you've gone this far already. Now, if you make a mistake in disc 3, you'll have to restart all over again at disc 2, from your last save of disc 2. And imagine you've gone far in disc 3. You could, like for example, you could be almost at the end. Like you only have to do one more mission or one more step before you complete everything. And you fail, you die, or you fail at your mission, or the time runs out. Then that means you'll have to restart all over again with disc 3. So I don't think this was a good idea. Yeah. Just like the timer limit, I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't know what to think. This just threw me off.
You have encountered the shattered hull of a World War II Japanese destroyer. We have confirmed that the ship was badly damaged by U.S. aircraft and must have run aground on this reef.
Okay, is that important to the plot? Or anything? So the other half of the island is mostly just a bunch of jungle, but what's this? A UFO and my favorite line in the game so far.
It seems you've come across an alien spacecraft. Now things are beginning to make sense. More later.
Really? They are starting to make sense. And more later. I am lost. I don't know what's going on this island, I honestly don't know what's going on this island. But the Admiral seems to know everything. And he hasn't explained to us what's going on, Why are the aliens here? Why are there aliens that are giving us communication devices while there are aliens who are stealing from us? Why are they mutant creatures on this island, and why is there a toxic a nuclear waste or something that's going to spread itself across the globe? Why? What happened? What happened for this to occur? Okay.
I love how casually he says this. There's no surprise in his voice whatsoever. Ah, of course, now this all makes sense. Typical aliens. For some reason, I keep imagining the president convening with his top military staff about some sort of armed conflict, looking over some satellite photos, then bam, Admiral Jefferson steps up and says, "Ah, an alien spacecraft. Now this is beginning to make sense." It would be perfect. This actor should go down in history for this line. And remember, he said more on this later. I can't wait. Anyway, he's right. It is an alien spacecraft. And I get part of the alien code which the walkthrough says I need. And here is where I run into a new problem. I need 3 alien keys for a door I need to open later. I have 2 of them. The walkthrough states that the last one I need shows up in one of 3 places. Well, now let's talk about the randomization of the game. This last key is in none of those 3 spots. I checked over and over. The walkthrough is wrong. Not that I blame the creator. I'm sure it's an honest mistake. He already went above and beyond creating this walkthrough in the first place. He probably wasn't aware of this particular alien key randomization algorithm that my particular game happens to be using. So since it's not there, this leaves me with one of 2 options. First, explore the entire island from every angle. It's not enough to just be in the same grid block. You won't see the key unless you're in exactly the right position. Now this is not my preferred option because not only do I have a timer running, but the key could be in another place that will kill me if I stay there too long. Or the key may not even exist this time around. I would not put it past this game to sometimes generate a playthrough that you can't beat, either due to a bug, or hey, maybe it's just a way to pad out the length of the game some more. Well, I'm a believer in cutting my losses when they're bad enough, so that leaves me stuck with option number 2. Start a new game so I can roll the dice and get a better alien key randomization. All my saves are useless now.
Oh my gosh. Now you have to restart everything from scratch. Ugh.
Let's go. Alright, so this time I have the key. The only way I could get it was to get mugged by the blue alien, but the walkthrough says that's okay this late in the game. You've made your peace or something. I don't know, so let's go to the big door. And we are greeted by non-stop alarms from my robot about radiation, EMP waves, and alien energy. Wow, I really appreciate this slow-ass sequence while these alarms keep going off in my ear. Okay, I'll spare you. There's no reason for all of us to suffer.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you.
Although I want to emphasize, this does not go away once I open the door. Oh, a boss. Let's do this. Fire, fire, fire! No! I hit the button. I hit the fire button.
Now, you know what you have to do. You have to restart disc 3 all over again. Like I said, this was a bad idea.
This stupid game only detects that when it wants to. And I can't reload my save. I have to go back from disc 2. Ah! Okay, fingers crossed. I'm doing nothing differently. I'm just more paranoid this time. Fire, fire, fire! Yes! Eat lasers, motherfucker!
Your laser charge is almost empty.
I know!
Use it wisely.
Come on! So I make it to an alien device and these damn alarms are still going off! Good God! This is exactly what I want to hear while concentrating on some sort of puzzle. Just end it, please! Oh no, another one. I'll speed this up for your sake. Oh God, we did it. The alarm stopped. I almost feel like that was the only purpose of this game now, to make the alarm stop. Okay, backing up. Oh, what's this? Did I do that? I didn't press a button.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
The situation seems under control. We knew we could count on you. In the name of the country, we are grateful.
You're welcome.
Goodbye for now. Until the next time.
You told us you would tell us more later. You haven't told us any information about what the hell is going on this island.
Wait, what about the aliens? You said this was starting to make sense and would tell me more later. Well, it's later now, right? Now you can explain what happened? Or maybe why my drone is getting launched into space? Hello? Okay, so here we are in space. Yep. But what's this? The Moon Patrol. Of course this is to be continued. So there's the ending. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here to share this with me. Getting invested in a game, then getting an ending like this to stew in by yourself helps shorten your life. I mean, look at this. Oh, hey, did you notice there's no other music? One theme for the entire game. That's
Really? They had 3 discs and they could only play one soundtrack? 3 discs.
great. Oh, I'm a double winner. You know what? They say I could be the first of 100 people to beat this game. I think that could be true. I thought about blurring out my victory code, but you guys can have it. That's my gift to you.
Thank you, Ross. I like the the image behind all of this information. You know, the beach with the palm trees, and then you see the Krawler 1000 right there. That's interesting. It's quite nice.
All right, awards time. This sure inspired some. First award, Best Exit Screen Slot Machine. I'm not big on slots, but like so much about this game, I don't know what else to think of this. Next award, Blue Aliens bad, Yellow Aliens good. I'm glad they sorted that out. And the final award, I'm sure some of you saw this coming, the Ultimate PC Video Game. It says it right there on the box. How can you argue with that? Maabus is a game that leaves me walking away confused. Like, what is Maabus? The game literally does not say that word once.
Not even once, guys. Not once. We only read it on the cover of the game, Maabus. That's it. And then the creature on the cover, you know, the purple with the golden horns. We don't see that creature anymore. You know, or we don't ever see the creature, I should say.
Why were the aliens here? What is this blue minotaur thing? You probably thought that was the blue alien that robs you and blows up at the end, right? No! Look here on the slot machine. That's obviously the teal alien. We never see this thing and it looks rad. What happened? Why does nothing get explained? The more I think about it, the more I realize this game needs yet another award. So here it is. Best Story by a 6-year-old. It has everything thrown in and nothing to tie it together. Here's how I imagine the story pitch went down. Okay, so you're a super soldier who controls a robot, and your robot has toxic darts and lasers and missiles, and the admiral tells you what to do, and he sends your robot to an island that doesn't show up on any map.
The island of Aloratora does not appear on any regular map.
And you go through the jungle, and mutants attack you, but you shoot them with the laser and blow their heads off. Then you go through a swamp with alligators, and there's an old bridge and a temple that was built by the Egyptians.
The hieroglyphics in this temple bear a strong resemblance to Egyptian hieroglyphics.
And a yellow alien gives you a translator, but the blue alien takes it away again. But you leave the temple and you go to the volcano and fight the pterodactyl. And then there's a big shipwreck, and then you open the secret door that's radioactive and has alien energy, and you punch in the code and stop the radiation and save Earth. And the admiral says you did a good job. But more aliens are coming from the moon. I want ice cream. Oh, I didn't get a target lock. Where'd he go? Is he gone? Oh no, get off! Stop! Stop! No!
Okay. Alright, guys, that's it with Ross's Game Dungeon. Maabus, or Maabus, yes. Made on the Accursed Farms YouTube channel, requested by Blue Engineer. Yeah, the game is weird. The game is, I would say it's incomplete. I would really say that this game is incomplete, or maybe they really wanted it to be this way. I mean, I don't understand the storyline. I honestly don't understand the storyline. I don't know why there were aliens there. You know, at first we were dealing with mutant creatures on the island and trying to contain a toxic nuclear waste that was going to spread across the world. And then all of a sudden we just transformed into an alien invasion kind of situation. And there's the blue aliens who are stealing from the machine, and then there's the yellow aliens that are giving communicators to the machine, to our Krawler 1000, you know. And there's human structures on the island. There's an abandoned Japanese World War II ship. There's an alien spacecraft that landed on the island, or crash landed on the island. Like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff here, but they're just not connecting. So there's no storyline, and everything that's here, it just doesn't have some sort of sense behind it. And I really can't enjoy that. I really can't enjoy that. But the Krawler 1000, the drone itself, was an interesting, mechanical machine with missiles, with a toxin gun, with a laser pinpointer gun as well. Yeah, that stuff was cool. The graphics were not the best. Of course, it's a very old game. And with the HUD, with all of the information around you like that, it's okay. It's actually quite nice. It's quite kind of like believable in some sort of way, giving you the gauges of how much laser energy you have, the toxin, the missiles, a small little screen for the admiral to talk to you through, the map, the analysis settings as well, and all the detectors, like radiation, life forms, and all other forms of detection gauges on the other side as well. So at least with the HUD, it was kind of believable, and also with the main screen seeing through the cameras of the Krawler 1000 were also quite believable. But really everything else about the gameplay and about the storyline, it just made no sense to me. And if that does not make any sense to me, I can't enjoy the game, really. And the timer limit was also unnecessary. The fact that you can't save the game in this third disc, the third CD, is also totally unnecessary. I don't understand that kind of concept of making games like that. Because people don't have time, or should I say, don't have all the time in the world to be playing a game. They have to do other things. So sometimes you need to save your progression and then come back to the game later on. And you can't do that with this game because it has a time limit, and because on disc 3, they don't allow you to save the game. So yeah, I don't understand that kind of option that they put in there. It's not even an option, it's mandatory. It's like, there, you can't escape it. So yeah, it was weird. But yeah, guys, I guess that's it. That's it for tonight with Ross's Game Dungeon on Accursed Farms YouTube channel. Remember, if you want to check out the original video as well as Accursed Farms YouTube channel, the links are in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I will see you guys next time. Okay? Bye-bye.